Okay, so today we're doing a little recording session on just a little maintenance with one member that's typical of all our members that we do every day, and Hunter Kirkpatrick has kindly consented to let us view this to demonstrate to everyone little things that can be done to kind of improve your use of the internet. And Hunter, thanks a lot. Good morning. How are you doing? Are you there?
I'm doing well, Gary. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
here.
okay, very good. So we
Can you hear
are,
me?
yeah, we can hear you. Sometimes there is a delay through the internet because we're using VoIP, which is no matter where you're located, any place in the world, we actually talk directly through the internet, and we're recording that now. Okay, one of the first things I wanted to do when I do sort of a checkup and kind of check things out is actually to go to your listings. So I'm actually going to log in as you on ICIWorld. Let me just try this again. Try to log in, put in the password, and we recommend everybody log in for 1 month at a time. That way you don't have to log in every time, and then remember the login ID. That's if you're logging in for yourself. And then let me just double check your personal record, make sure everything is okay here. Let's just double check that you got the word brokerage behind your name. It makes everything RICO compliant when you do. Everything here looks okay. That looks all right. No changes?
No changes right now. It's going to change soon, though. The office is moving.
Oh, your office has moved, so you'll be changing an address. That's fine. You can come in here. The nice
Yeah,
thing
at the end
about
of the
it,
month. End of the month.
yeah, by the way, when you change it here, it automatically changes it in all your listings. So that's kind of
Yep.
good. I'm just going to double check to see if you're getting the listings by email. We recommend two, the for sale by owners. Make sure you're always getting those, and also the Ontario ones. And you're getting those okay?
Yes, I am.
Okay, very good. Let's go back here. Let's double check the listings that you have. I'm going to click on my listings. And if you can write this down on a pad of paper, Hunter,
Yep.
we recommend that you have a minimum of 15 listings on ICIWorld. And some people say, oh my God, I'm a residential agent. How am I going to get 15 listings on here? Well, we have a very special video for you to see. Do you see the resources down here on the left-hand side? I'm highlighting it with my mouse.
Yep.
Okay, and it's training videos. And in these training videos, which are for members only, you're going to see here that we recommend that you get through numbers 1 to 7. All members should get through numbers 1 to 7. But the video that can help you get up to 15 very easily is this one here called the 3 questions. Let's click on that. And you'll notice that it's a little YouTube video, which when you click on it, brings up a YouTube video that you can listen to, and it'll explain the 3 questions. Now I'm going to just pause that. But basically, ICIWorld is an information service, not a listing service, although you can advertise all your listings on ICIWorld, and everybody does. But it also is an information service, which allows you to work information in the marketplace. According to RICO, you must have a signed listing if you're going to identify a property or place an address. However, if you do not do that, and you simply say, I have a restaurant in the Oakville area for $300,000, you're allowed to do that. It's working information in the business, not listings. Do you understand that okay, Hunter?
I do, yes.
Okay, and so the 3 basic questions are, asking anybody that's a for sale by owner, and everyone should have every for sale by owner in your market areas placed on ICIWorld. Everyone should be doing that. That's on ICIWorld. All the for sale by owners in everyone's market areas, no matter whether you're in Florida, California, Vancouver, or Toronto, Montreal, you name it. You should have all the for sale by owners on here, and you can do that by asking the for sale by owners 3 questions, or anybody who wants to sell a property. Will they pay a commission, and then negotiate it? The second question, will they cover you with a 48-hour exclusive listing once you have a buyer? That means that even though we have 30,000 listings on ICIWorld, about 6,000 are on MLS, it doesn't mean that you don't put an agreement in place first before showing a property or before divulging an address of a property to someone. And then it's okay, you ask them for permission to market it, but you tell them you're going to do it without the address. And as long as you do that, you'll be fine networking information. We're professional, all realtors are professionals in the business, the same as doctors don't reveal confidential information and lawyers don't. We also should be absolutely essential to pay attention to these little things that makes everything compatible in the industry. And so after seeing some of those videos, you should be able to get yourself up to 15. And if I go back to your listings that I see here, I noticed that you have 5. And so we challenge everyone within a 90-day period to get themselves up to 15. If you have any questions getting up to 15, let me know and I'll give you a hand, Hunter. Okay?
Okay. Yep.
And we have found many people that have made $50,000 within 90 days of learning these things. And if you want to see who they are, you just go to ICIWorld.net and you click on the testimonials that are on the left-hand side here, and you can read about them. Just everyone's learning how to do it. One of the nicest ones is Doreen here. Let me just go down and show her. And within 90 days of learning these 3 questions, Doreen found space for a church that was for sale. She actually found it in Database 2 on ICIWorld. And she asked them the 3 questions and put it on ICIWorld, got a caller within 90 days, or 30 days actually in her case. A congregation interested in the church showed it, got an offer, put it in, got the deal done. $54,000 in commissions within 90 days of learning this good stuff. So when I go back to login member
Just a note
management.
for you, Gary.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Gary?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Just a note, Brett Baker on the screen right now is my colleague.
Oh, yes. Okay, unfortunately you're cutting out. Try coming in again.
It's 10 o'clock. I'll discuss 100-acre.
Okay, so you're cutting out. It looks like there might be. Are you on wireless, Brett? Hello, Brett?
Yeah, Hunter, yeah, I am.
Okay, so
Hunter.
Hunter, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're going to have to repeat what you were saying about Brett.
I was just saying Brett and I have a meeting with an owner today on 100 acres. That'll be on ICI.
Okay, very good. So that's a nice little promotion there for that. Great. Good stuff. Coming aboard. You can actually place a message coming for sale without any details, and people can ask you for more information, and you can tell them that when you get the listing signed, you'll get back to them. So you can actually announce listings that are coming for sale as well.
Yeah, I find it difficult, Gary, if we don't have, when you're doing commercial, if you don't have packages done, it's very difficult with the other ICI members to lock down, firm interest. So you almost have to be able to get that 48 exclusive listing agreement in place fast.
Yes.
Sometimes, I understand that you can promote the property, but if you don't have information to send a cooperating agent or someone that's founded on ICIWorld, you're kind of in a, chicken-egg scenario.
Absolutely, and we're suggesting that you have the full information on any property when you get the okay from an owner, that you get the full package of information. But when you advertise it, you can advertise information but not the address. Don't identify the property. But if it's a 10,000 square foot building and it's got loading dock doors and 22-foot high ceilings and stuff like that, you can advertise all that, but not the address.
I know, but when the call comes in with interest, they always want further information and they want to know where the property is.
Yeah, you can give them a generic, if it's in Mississauga North, something like that.
Oh,
but
okay.
then what I would do is, if you don't have an agreement in place, I would definitely not divulge the address or identify the property. Simply state something that, if you'd like to see the property, I can show it to you on Saturday at 12, or is 1 o'clock better for you. Bring your clients and we'll go from there. And then on the Friday, the day before, you get it all lined up to get yourself a 48-hour exclusive listing to cover that showing. If you can get a longer listing, great. If you can get a 30-day, 6 months, or whatever you can do, you try to get something in writing. The key thing here is that you do not divulge information of the address or identify the property unless you have an agreement in place first. Otherwise, people can easily either go behind your back, and that can, of course, you don't make any money when that happens. Now, on your case here, we also have another recommendation that you never, ever let your listings go longer than 90 days old. You will see an age column here.
Yeah.
And so there is a responsibility on all members, not just yourself, to never let your listings go longer than 90 days. And the reason for that is this. When you first put a listing on, I'm going to click on Latest World Commercial. There's about 50 to 200 listings coming in a day now. And you'll see that they're all at the top. Well, after 30, 60, 90 days, they're going down, down, down in the database. And we find that people simply work the top half of the database, and they get so busy working the top half of the database, they don't get a chance to kind of get down in the database. Secondly, when you modify a listing, I'm going to show you something exciting that also happens on your behalf. By the way, do you still need this land to build a church in Brampton?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to suggest that we modify that listing if it's okay with you.
Go ahead.
Okay, and so we're going to go down here through the listing. You can double check it. How does everything look? Everything looks pretty good here. Okay, we're going to go now right to the bottom of the page. Actually, I'm going to recommend one more thing, that we simply copy everything in the subject line and just put it into the comments area down here. Just paste that in there just a little bit more in the comments. And let's go to the bottom of the page, and you're going to see that we can modify it if that's okay with you.
Please do.
Okay. Now you're going to see two exciting things happening. First of all, your information is now sent to all of these email list services. And people are receiving things on their iPads, their Blackberries, and their Androids, and their iPhones, and also on their computers, any place by email. And it's a digest, which means they're getting the listings once a day, and they can scan through it. And if somebody has a piece of industrial land or some kind of a land that can accommodate institutional type land, is what they really kind of need, although it could be in industrial areas. Bingo, they can see that immediately, call you, and bingo, you can be in a showing this afternoon by simply modifying your listing once. So you're reaching a whole industry, anywhere from 15 to 20,000 people, right from 10 to 20,000 people actually, depending on how many listings are going out per day. And we had a problem with our list server a year and a half ago around Christmas time, where it was jamming our system because there were so many emails going out, because so many people are subscribing to receive this, because it's information that can make everybody money, even if you're not a member. And the public can receive these emails of listings that are coming out by clicking on up here, get halves and wants by email. So your listing is now going out all over again. We recommend you update your listings every 30 to 60 days, in no event longer than 90. And then if we click on Latest World Commercial, we're going to see that your listing is now back on top. If I was to click on that, there it is. There it is. Land to build a church. Okay, let's go on and click on your listings again. I always like to start at the very bottom. You also need land to build a school as well?
Yes.
Okay, let's modify that if that's okay with you. Everything here looks good. And that's already in the contents comments area. Go down here and let's do modify record. Bingo, that brings it to the top, so you can see how fast, quick, and easy things are easy to update. Do you still need land for a cemetery as well?
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult, but put it down.
Well, all the more reason to put it on ICIWorld, because you never know. I mean, you might have 15, 20 listings, but do one deal, but the one deal can be $50,000.
I hear you.
So unless you have it on the marketplace, it's like planting a seed on the internet. You really kind of got to keep your listings active, even though you might not be getting action. That's a measurement. If you're not getting action, it's because maybe there's nobody for it at the moment. You just got to kind of keep kind of working it, and that's what we do on behalf of people all the time. Now, you'll see this listing is 18 days old. We're going to suggest that you leave that there until the 30th day, and the reason is, if you modify it within 30 days, it does not get emailed out to the industry. If you modify it after 30 days, it does get emailed out to the industry.
Okay.
Now, I notice this is a have, so I'm going to actually, I just want to look at that listing. You actually do not need the word have at the beginning of your subject line. A lot of people do it, but it's not wrong. But tell you the truth, everything on our service is a have, but for wants, you must place the word wanted. So if it's okay with you, I'm just going to take that out of there.
Okay.
And then we always recommend that we put the location of your property first. I'm going to move that to the beginning, and we're following the guideline of these 4 ingredients, which is Orangeville first. And because we're a world service, not a local service, local and world, we're going to suggest that you reference it to a world-class type city. And in this case, it would be Toronto. And how long does it take to drive from Orangeville to Toronto?
An hour.
Okay, so we're going to say 1 H-hour. Oopsie daisy, hang on. Let me fix that. I'm going to suggest that we put 1 H-hour to Toronto, and to give people globally an idea of where this property is.
Okay.
It's a large commercial zoned home, okay, for sale or lease. And what is the price for sale?
$498,888.
Okay, so I'm going to put can we just put $499?
Sure, you can.
Okay.
It's not my call, but
all right. So let's
superstitious.
All right. Well, if they want to do 498, let's do it the way they want. 498, 888.
Yeah.
Maybe it has something to do with feng shui. I don't know. And how much for lease, by the way?
$2,500 per month.
Okay. Or is that net, or is that?
That's gross. Sorry, net. No, that's not.
Okay, so we'll just leave it like that, $2,500 per lease. Okay? Yeah. Now, you'll notice that we have the location, we have the type of property, it's a commercially zoned home, and we have the price. Now, what we do not have is the sizzle, and sizzle means what is so special about this home? Why should anybody buy this property over any other property in the area for that general price range?
Size of the lot and parking.
Okay, lots of parking.
And size of lot.
And the size of the lot is how big?
94 by 153.
94 by 153 lot. And what could they use in this area of Orangeville? Is this great for like a dentist, doctor, all this kind of stuff?
All that kind of stuff.
Okay, so let's put it great for. And what would the owners like to see there, or the city fathers, or what do you think would be good there from your little analysis of the area? What could they use in this area?
I think medical, spa, dental.
Medical, spa. Okay, dental might, we can even put dental.
What else? Office.
Okay, offices. Okay. So you notice we're up to 164 characters, and we've kind of got to remove something.
Okay.
So I wonder if we need, let me see, large commercially zoned home, 498. We actually don't need the word for sale.
Okay.
Actually, when it's for sale and for lease, you actually do, we will put them both in, actually. I'm going to go back on what I just said. When you have them both for lease and sale, it's good to put them both in. But if you notice when I did that, I have to hit the back button, press enter once, and then you'll notice it recalculated to 157, so we're now under the 160 characters, so we're okay for the subject line. So that's okay. Maybe now. Do you can you see the advantage of doing that? When people read this stuff on their iPhones and Blackberries and iPads, etc., they read the subject line first, and this says maybe a little bit more than what we had, and people can make an instant decision. But boy, what a great spot there for. By the way, can somebody also live in this home at the same time?
Yeah, they can. Yeah.
Okay, so you can live and work in this spot. Okay, so that's very good. Okay, so let's go down here. Everything looks good. You've got the 25. Okay, now what I would do is the price for lease down here. Oh, you've got the price for lease. And then we might say we've got the lease price comment. It's the lease prices per month. Everybody knows that. Okay, so everything looks fine here. And you've also got this listing on your website. Is that correct?
Yes, actually it's a dedicated feature sheet. So
okay, dedicated feature sheet. I'm going to go have a look at it to see what we're linking to on your website. And the page cannot be displayed, so there is a problem there. So what we're going to do is go to your website and listed property. Can I find it under?
find it on the right column banner, or you can go under property listings and sales.
Let's go under
If you look
property.
down, you'll see. Okay.
Property listing and sales is, hang on one
Just one more
second.
down.
Okay, so there's the property that's on your website, okay?
Yep.
I'm going to click on it, and the property comes up on the screen. There it is. Marvelous. Okay, good job putting it on. All right? And it starts to show people how nice a property it is. And I'm sure you got pictures of the outside and everything else here coming up. But I'm going to go up here and see I just highlighted that link.
Yep.
I'm going to right-click on it, and I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go back to ICIWorld. This link, for some reason, is not working.
Okay.
I'm just going to remove that. Now, the way you had it, somebody would have to copy and paste it. But if you use our Internet Links box, you click on Add Link. You put the link in here.
Okay.
And then down here are the words that people will see in order to go to that link. And I'm going to suggest that we say click here for photos and more details. Okay? And I'm going to click.
What about that bar, the top box that says link and economic?
Okay, let me just add that in there and go back to it. That simply gives you a choice of different kind of links you can do. If you want to make a photo appear in your ad, you can click on that. Just put the address of the photo there, and the photo will be appearing in your ad. How do you get the address of the photo? Well, I'll show you. Let's go back. Oopsie daisy, I closed your website accidentally. Let's go back to hunterkirkpatrick.com. Let's go back to listed searches. Let's go back to property listings. Go back to your website, which is the one for 498. Click on it. And the address of your photo can be found. Oopsie daisy, it went off the screen. Hang on one second. So I don't know how to get the address when they're changing. It's tricky. There's the photo. Okay? I'm going to right click on the photo. And I'm going to go down here to the word properties. That is the address of the photo.
Okay.
I'm going to right click and copy it. Now to test to see if it's the address of the photo. Okay, this is really interesting. Let's just test to see if that's the address of the photo, and sure enough it is. So if we want to use that box back here on ICIWorld, we can actually click on link, add link, and where did the click? Okay, where did that go? Hang on one second. Let's close that. And it opens up this links box here. Now, in this case, to add a photo to your ad, I choose make a photo appear in your ad. And put the link, there's a sample link, paste it in there, click on add link, and now when we save this, the ad should appear.
Okay.
But there's one more thing we should put in the ad. I have a statement that 90% of the brokers are sort of missing the boat on the internet, because what they're doing are throwing properties on the internet with no due regard to the location of the property. So I'm going to suggest that we link to the Town of Orangeville website. Would you like to do that?
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Now, usually I try to find something for businesses that helps to sell businesses. See our community profile. This is a very good page, in my opinion, to kind of link to. Business connections, community profile, video testimonials. I mean, this is a great page to link to. Do you agree?
Yep.
You got the community and economic profile, and people can go into the demographics and really learn all about Orangeville, even though they're in another country looking to emigrate, and they can set up their whole business right on this spot for 500,000 Canadian dollars, which is cheap to a lot of other countries. But until now, they really don't know anything about Orangeville. So let's capture that particular link up there. I'm going to right-click and copy. We're going to go back to ICIWorld here, and we're going to add another link. And this time we're going to use this sample, which is linking to an economic development office. We're going to put the link right in there. And the words that people will see are down here. and we're going to say all about Orangeville, and we're going to add that link to your listing. Let's go down to the bottom of the page. It is on MLS, so that's good. And we always agree to answer yes down at the bottom. Will you allow your listings to be advertised on other brokers' websites? Very important. It's the difference of having your listing on one website, Hunter, or having it on 1,000 other brokers' websites instantly. I'll repeat it. When you answer yes, your listing will be on 1,000 other brokers' websites instantly. If you answered no, it will only be on ICIWorld. Okay? Now, mind you, ICIWorld has about 18,000 pages on the internet doing things, top of the search engines. Let's modify that record, and let's watch what happens. First of all, it's given a new number, such as you see here. And because it was within 18 days of listing, you'll notice it's not getting emailed out to the industry.
Right.
Okay? The only way to do that is put in a brand new listing, or modify it after 31 days, or I have a way of tricking the system one-on-one. You'd have to call me. We'd have to take our time out, backdate it, and then it is possible to send it out. If you've got a lot of information in your listing, it can help. There's the photo in your ad.
Okay.
And then if people want to see more, what you should do, though, all the time is go to Latest World Commercial, check your listing, how it now looks to the public. You'll see it there.
Okay.
And click on that message number. Go down here. You got the price in nicely. There it is, all about Orangeville. Let's check that link. Make sure it works. Brings up Orangeville, sells Orangeville to the world. Keep in mind, it's a global service. Lots of deals being done from people from other countries in Canada in this area. Click here for more photos. And this goes for people in California, Florida. It don't matter where you are. You can bring people into your area. Okay, so those are some listings. I'll let you work on those on your own time. What I would like to do now is go work on your website, if that's okay with you.
Please.
Okay, let's go immediately to the website, and I'm going to right-click on the mouse, and I'm going to open your home page in a new window so we have a full page. And one of the things, just going over it, property listings and sales, I see that you have a page of information. These are mostly your properties, is that correct?
Yeah, those are all mine. Yeah.
Those are all yours? Okay, very good. So I can see. Now I notice some of the information is missing on some of these other ones with the prices and whatnot.
Yeah, the apartments aren't mine, and I've had to go in and refuse the listings because I didn't want to. When you filter shared listings, Gary, you can pick from the most expensive to the cheapest. And the $5 million properties aren't my client base, so I swapped it around to the cheapest first. And what happens is people's listings come up that they're not marketing them properly, and then I have to go through my list and delete them one at a time. And there's hundreds of them. People aren't following the rules and putting prices in and such, so it's a bit of a problem for me.
Okay. All right. There's a way to handle that. Off-market properties. Let's click on that.
That's stuff that I should be putting on ICI.
Right. Okay. So you know that, and I was going to cover that with you. Okay. So
I was a little bit in the dilemma of putting this is sort of handshakes with the owners, and
yes.
Some of them are for sale by owners, and some of them are just properties that I'm familiar with.
Yes.
And so, my next step is like the 50-acre one there for $5.2 million. I'm meeting with him this morning as well.
Right.
So, and then I have another 100 acres, and those are going to get put on ICI, but I was hoping to possibly get an exclusive this morning on them, but I'm going to put them on anyways.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen. Somebody's going to call you on this on ICIWorld. And the first thing they will do, you're absolutely right, they're going to ask you for an address and a package, and they want to drive by it and have a look at the property, if that's okay with you. In this particular case, you're going to have to tell them, and this goes for everybody. By the way, lots of properties used to be sold right up in, Lake Tahoe area, up in the mountains. A lot of movie star homes are being sold up there. They're sold in this method where it's a confidential type package of information. And what you do is you tell people to call you. Well, in this particular case, you have to put an agreement in place first before showing you the property or before divulging the address or identifying the property. But if you like, you come to my office and you make an appointment with them in the next little while. Call the owner, get yourself a 48-hour exclusive listing to cover your showing. You can make it 5 days, 24 hours, anything you want, as long as you got something in writing to cover your showing. And then you go ahead and show the property, but you should not reveal the address. You can talk to them. It's in the official plan, or it's not in the official plan. You know, it's got road frontages, it's got this, it's got that, and it's 3 years away, 10 years away, 7 years away, or it's draft plan approved. You can talk about things like that, but without giving the address. And so you get them excited, and you say, if you want, I got a couple of others I can show you if you want to come over on Saturday, and I'll show you a few. And then you make an appointment and go show them. But I would not give out any other information if they won't agree to that. Or at the very least, also signing a confidentiality agreement, which I'm not going to go into at this time. But that way, you're able to advertise all of these with no problem. Any problems doing it that way, Hunter? Hello, Hunter. Okay, people, what's happening here is that the connection... Okay, you're back. Any problems with doing that, Hunter? By the way, were you able to hear my little press?
That, Gary.
Okay, so you're cutting out, unfortunately, and we're unable to hear you because of the internet there. You're working through wireless, and depending on the speed of your connection, by the way, listen to some of our television programs. We'll show you how to check the speed of your connection and to make it work using speedtest.net. And you'll read about it when you do our in fact, just let me show this here right now. You can do this on your own time, Hunter. I think you can hear me, but for some reason I cannot hear you. Let me go into this login member management. You're going to see here that we do seminars, daily workshops. I'm going to click on that, and you're going to see here the technical problems getting into these webinars. But you're also going to see here that you can test the speed of your connection with speedtest.net. Now, I recommend a 2 meg upload speed and a 20 meg download speed. So this is an aside. You can do it with 0.5 megabyte upload and 5 meg download. But I actually cannot hear you right now, Hunter, for some reason. If you speak, put the mic away from your mouth a little bit and maybe speak a little softer. Maybe it's the strength of the signal. I don't know why you're not getting in, because I cannot hear you. Okay, so let's go into the website here, and I'm going to need to speak to you. But for some reason you're cutting out. Off-market real estate. Let's check your GTA commercial listings and see what's coming up. So you're getting some coming up there. That's great. They are, and these, if you notice on Hunter's website, these are MLS and these are exclusive. So Hunter has the ability, because these are websites we supplied to him, that some of them are exclusive and some of them are MLS, that every real estate broker probably has MLS or should have. We have a way of installing the IDX link from TREB so that everyone of our members can have the IDX link from TREB, as long as the agreement is signed with TREB. And then you will also have exclusive listings that are not on TREB. So you get the best of both worlds. So it's a major advantage for people to dealing with members of ICIWorld because of these exclusive listings as well. And of course, we're going to go down here and we'll check the have and want opportunities down here. Let's see. There's some of these links have to be fixed right now, and in order to fix them, we have to log in to Hunter's website. Hunter, I need to get you back. I can't hear you for some reason. Hunter, I'm going to ask you to click on Use Telephone on your computer on your side. Up at the top right corner, there's a control panel. I'm going to suggest that you call in using your telephone. And this is an example where if it's not working through the internet using your voice over IP, that you call in using a telephone. There's a telephone number there that you can call in with an ID access code and a PIN number. Now the other thing I'm going to do is double check in case you got muted out here. Nope. Oh yeah. Let me unmute you there. Okay, Hunter, are you back? Are you back, Hunter? You should be. I should be able to hear you there. Unmute you. I have unmuted you. You are unmuted. I should be able to hear you. Okay, I hear you calling in on the phone. Okay, hang on one second. Is that you, Hunter? Okay, I've got you.
I'm on the mic.
Okay, you can hang up the phone now and stay on the mic. I've unmuted you.
Okay.
Okay, so we're back on the mic. And by the way, you can also call in by telephone to not directly to our office and to my cell phone, but directly into the workshop here. It's a Montreal number. Do you see the green arrow at the top right corner of your screen? Or a red arrow, sorry, at the top right corner of your screen.
Yeah.
Which way does it point?
Yes.
Which way does it point, by the way?
Points to the right.
Okay, now if you notice, there's an audio choice there.
Pointing to the right.
Right, and do you see the word audio? The word audio.
Yep.
And there's a
Telephone,
choice.
microphone, yeah.
Right now you're on microphone, and we're going to stay like this, but if we have any more problems, I'm going to suggest you click on use telephone.
Okay.
Okay, and then you can just call in by telephone. There will be an ID access code and a PIN number, and then we'll go on from there. So those are some of the issues everyone can have from time to time. I'm going to click on sign in on your website here, and let's go in.
All right.
Now, let me just see. Am I doing it right there? Now I'm going to actually block the screen out for a moment while I go get the password for Hunter. And let's just grab that and let's see if I've got the right. I'm hoping that it's the same password that we have on ICIWorld. And it is, so thank you for that. That makes it a lot easier to get in. I'm going to open the screen so that everybody can see what's going on. Now we're going to do the website workshop here. So we're going past 30 minutes. Normally we do these sessions every 30 minutes. I didn't have an appointment after 8:30 this morning, so I'm continuing on. Will we be able to continue to 9 o'clock, Hunter? Are you okay with that? Are you able to continue to 9?
That's fine, yeah.
Okay, good show. So one of the things, there's a few things that have to be sort of fixed on this website that I see. I'm going to go in and edit your website, and I'm going to go down here, and there's a few things I wanted to do. I'm going to go down to investment and commercial. Now, one of the things I notice is that you have our button that's not set up properly here, 100% for you yet, but I'm going to suggest that if we go down here and we click on one of these latest listings first here, I'm going to click on that. You're going to notice that the listings can be clicked on. Do you see that?
Yep.
Okay, now we can change it so that the people cannot click on these listings, making them have to call you. You're a member, and that's the way we recommend for all members. And do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that was actually the purpose of me scheduling this webinar with you.
Okay, now we are getting, I think the issue we're having today is that your wireless, it's coming through. We could struggle and get through, but I'm going to suggest that you call in by telephone if you don't mind. That click on use telephone and call in if you don't mind, Hunter. Okay, and my computer's running down, but I'm plugging it back in. I let things run down, both iPhones and all these things, and then plug them in. I don't leave them plugged in all the time. The batteries will last longer, be stronger, and better for a longer period of time if you let things run down and then restart them. Now, I've blocked the screen out because I'm going again to Hunter's record, and I'm getting his number that is on ICIWorld. And as a member, he has a special number that we use for programming on his website. And I'm putting it in there right now, that special number. And when we go down here, what that's going to do now is to make it so that the listings, let's just go down here, and you'll see that now when we click on listings, it's going to turn out that the listings cannot be clicked on. So in other words, if somebody sees this on Hunter's website and they try to click on it, they cannot click on it. They have to call Hunter right here at this number for more information on that listing, and Hunter can either do a referral or he can make an appointment. Oh, wait a minute, I was blocking the screen out there, so let's just open up the screen and do that again. Hang on. Okay, Hunter, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, you're coming through nice, loud, and clear this time. Excellent.
Good.
Okay, so I've just replaced and did some reprogramming so that this page that comes up now, when we click on that, what comes up is if somebody tries to click on, say, one of these numbers here, they cannot do it, which means they have to call you at this number.
Good.
And you have a choice now. If somebody calls you on this one and maybe you don't want to go up to Wasaga Beach to show that property, you can simply call the other broker and say, I have a lead for you. Is a 25% referral fee okay with you? And these 5-minute referrals are averaging $3,000 to $10,000. Best one we know of is a gentleman who's a RE/MAX agent who's done 15 of these. That's 75 minutes of his time. He's actually made $45,000. And I want you to let me know you've got to start doing these referrals. If you're not doing referrals or generating leads, you have to do something else. And that is go to our daily webinar workshops and get yourself registered for how to promote your website. It comes once a month. Do you see it there?
Yep.
Okay, so the only reason you won't be triggering leads is because you're not getting enough traffic to your website. So you simply go to register for how to promote your website. Click on the next one's February 21st, 11 to 12:30. You want me to book you in for that?
Sure.
Now,
good.
if for some reason you can't make it, it's okay. You don't even have to call me because we have between 50 and 100 people attending. It's not one of those workshops. Okay, now I need, let me see, I'm going to need, what's your email address?
I'll give you the easy one. It's hunterk@rogers.com.
Okay, thank you. So you're registered for that, and we suggest that you register for 3 of them. And the reason is, if you can, the internet provides the highest return on investment of any service on the internet because one lead can make a person $50,000, $10,000, whatever, and it's very important. So we've got that going. We've changed the links on your website so that the Ontario investments work. But I'd like to go through a couple of other links for you. And let me go right back to the office here. And of course, you've got listings on this. You've got 6 active listings, good. But here's another major thing. First of all, we're recommending that you log into your website a minimum of once every 30 days. I recommend that you write that down.
Yeah.
You must log into this website a minimum of once every 30 days.
What happens if you don't?
If you don't, the listings can go inactive on other sites. Your listings will not show up on other brokers' websites. So instead of your listings being on 1,000 websites, your listing will be on one website, your own only. On ICIWorld, your listings will always be on 1,000 websites. But on the Point to Agent website, the answer is no. So in other words, it'll only be on website. So and also your website can go inactive. If your domain name come up and you're not checking your website can actually go inactive. And we found many brokers with inactive websites, inactive listings. You go and you search the listings and there's no listings on their website, and that's because they didn't log in. Now there's another serious important feature. The first thing you do when you log into your website every single time is to look after this to-do list. You see it?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question, Gary. The approved handshake issue, I'm going to ask you this question that I'm sure other agents struggle with. You know, we open it up from Whitby to Barrie to, we open up a big area because there's the opportunity of doing a referral. As you said, you can just call the guy in Wasaga Beach and say, I don't want to show your property, do a referral.
Yes.
It's almost too much information if you're dealing with a more of a local market or I'm doing GTA to Burlington, but is it maybe more beneficial to be more selective on your region that you're putting your handshakes on?
Yes, and you can do that. You got a good point. In other words, you want to make sure people can focus in on your area.
Yeah.
I agree 100%. And for that reason, are you in Oakville? Is that correct?
My office is at Oakville, but yeah, I mean, I do a lot of rural stuff as well. And
Okay, well, how do you focus on Oakville and rural? In other words, you
well,
want to be able to do both. Is that correct?
yeah, I mean, when I say okay, I do rural, but you know, I have a region, and doing out in
What's the
Whitby, I
region?
don't have
What's the region?
Halton.
Okay,
Teal.
stop. What I'm getting at is you should have a button for Oakville.
Right.
That should be the first button people see. Let's first of all, do you see all these other brokers who are agreeing, there's their listings, who are agreeing to allow their listings to be on your website? Any
I
one
do.
of these listings right now, if they are not on your website, and let's say somebody goes to your website, they don't see anything they like, is it possible one of these listings could be something that they might have liked and called you on, but because you don't have them, you can actually be missing doing a deal and not know it? Is that possible?
100%.
Okay, now, I'm recommending that you update these handshakes on a regular basis and keep them activated, because you're maximizing the opportunities to generate leads for you and your family that'll help you make money. So it's up to you, though. I'm not going to approve them unless you say so. I'm your assistant. I'm an assistant to everyone, but I am going to approve that we approve them all. I'm going to suggest
Yeah.
that we approve them.
We'll approve them, but I think I have to go in now, and as you said, I have to put different buttons up so when people are doing an ICI, or when they're going to my web page and picking a location, it could be rural properties in Peel, and I only have those listings hit that site through the filters.
And I'm going to do that for you. And that is a great solution to the issue that you brought up. I like the fact that you brought it up. This is great because it gives us an opportunity to show people that you can tailor these websites to suit the business model that you work. It's absolutely that flexible. Now, just before I approve these listings, I have searched these people. You see that there's 269 pending their approval of you, and there's 191 only that have been complete. Typically, we like to see about 1,000. Now, we're way under that 1,000, and it could be because the selling areas are not totally set up. Let me check the selling areas first. This is a big deal. I'm recommending that you have, of course, all of the Greater Toronto area selected, which you have, the little blue dot here. Let's go down and choose and make sure that you've got Toronto selected. You do have Toronto selected. Basically, this is Oshawa to Burlington. Burlington to Oshawa, you've got selected. Now, the Halton region, I think, is included in the GTA, if I'm not mistaken, but it might not be. It might be part of Hamilton, the Hamilton board. And you work Burlington to Halton as well, do you not?
Yes.
And I don't know. Just let me check. Just let me see. Burlington, Innisfil, Mississauga. Okay, so you don't have Hamilton in here in your particular case. So where do we get Hamilton? Now, there's Hamilton. Now, where's Burlington? Hang on 1 second. Oh, wait a minute. It's going to be in Halton. This is all Hamilton. How the heck do we get? Where is Halton? Where is? Okay, we have an issue here, people. Sorry to slow everything down here, but we need Halton, and I don't. Maybe Halton and Burlington. I thought it was under Burlington, under Hamilton. Hamilton.
I think there's an the MLS board does Burlington, Hamilton, but I think
this service
probably under GTA.
Okay, let's go back to GTA, because you could absolutely be right. And let's go back here. Halton Hills.
Yeah.
Let me just highlight that.
And Burlington's there as well.
Do you see Burlington listed here?
Yeah, right. But go back to the Halton Hills button. It was right under the same header. Click on that.
I did. And here it is here. Oh, wait a minute. I got it. I think Milton, Norfolk, Oakville.
A minute ago when you saw Halton Hills, Burlington was on that same, under that same line. When Halton Hills popped up. Yes.
I clicked on it.
I think you have to, Burlington. Look above it. Look above Halton Hills.
Oh, there's Burlington there. Yeah. Oh my
right there,
God.
yeah.
Okay, thank you. So Burlington is okay. Now, do you get into any other? Now, Orangeville. Let's check to make sure Orangeville's in here because you got properties in Orange. You do have Orangeville highlighted. Okay, so you're covering that area.
Yeah.
Now, we have other people, when we go into southwestern Ontario, we recommend that you have, because you're licensed in all of Ontario, you could have more areas on your website. I'm not going to get into those more areas. For people that want to have choices for southwestern Ontario, you can have them on your website. You can have eastern Ontario, northern Ontario. You can have cottage country. You can put other areas on your website. Now, we don't have to save this because you've already got it. So I'm just going to cancel this. And I'm going to go up to your website, and we're going to sort of start analyzing it for different things. And I'm going to preview your website. Now, I'm recommending, and if you can start marking these down, you do not have a GTA homes and condos button. You're totally missing it.
Yeah.
Is that by design? You don't want it?
No, it's I had done some reworking last week, and I was slowly going through it methodically because I felt like when I put my website up originally, I didn't have full knowledge or control of it like we're talking today. I understand all the things you're doing today because I've been sort of specifically
good show.
doing them. So, I mean, it's a work in progress. I mean,
You're absolutely right, and it is a work in progress. It's like having an office building in real life. You got to go back and paint it and update the furnace and do all kinds of things, you know.
Yeah, you know, and there's a lot of other social media things in the background that I'm working on too. So I'm trying to tie them all together, and instead of splashing them out there and having errors coming up and things, I wanted to sort of be a little more methodical, and I've been doing that over the past week or so.
That's great.
I understand. I will be putting more buttons up to specifically tag ICI and point-to-point listings.
Okay, so I'm going to show you how all that's done. The GTA homes and condos, can I go through and do a consulting session of what I'm going to recommend, and then you let me know if you like them or not. The first one, you definitely should have a GTA homes and condos because you're missing all that market.
Yep.
All right?
Yep.
Now, you've got the GTA commercial, but I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to show you what's happening here. Let's go down, and we're going to go back to edit website here. And I want to edit that one button, first of all. And we'll edit this button, configure which listings show and display their format. Come down here. And everything here looks okay. List view. Let's just go down here. And you've got the city in, and you've removed the address, which is what we recommend. And then we come down here. You've got all commercial highlighted here. That's good. Specifying the locations, you got both GTA and Toronto. That's all good. The only reason you haven't had more properties here is probably because of the handshakes. In other words, you probably blocked a lot of people and have blocked their commercial listings as well. Okay, but you now have there's an exclusive listing, exclusive MLS, exclusive MLS, exclusive. So you've got a MLS and exclusive listings that other people don't have. Okay, let's go back up here, listed searches. So why don't we're going to add the GTA homes and condos. I'll come to that in a minute. But why don't we put in, do you want an Oakville button? Do you want a Peel? And what's the other one you wanted?
Well, we were talking Halton Hills. I mean, I wouldn't mind maybe having in more of a specific type of property as opposed to location, and then filter it from there. So I would be doing something like available lands, you know, which is a little bit different than most agents would be doing. They'd be focusing on you know, homes and condos, whereas I'm sort of going to focus on a little bit of a different opportunity. That's going to be, you know, lands, rural country properties.
So you want farm properties?
Farm properties would be, yeah, good.
Farm and rural. Now, ICIWorld has a farm, but it's for all of Ontario, or we can make it for the GTA. I don't know if that's something you could be interested in, GTA farms and rural properties?
Yeah.
Okay, so keep that in mind. I'm going to design a special one from ICIWorld that'll focus on that. Okay.
Now, do you have to design it yourself, or are we able to design our own ICI pages?
When you get into specifics like that, you'll need me to do that.
Okay.
Okay, so specific requests zeroing in on a special type. For instance, would you like power of sales on this website?
Where does the power of sales get pulled from, Gary?
Okay, let me just show you a sample of it and see what you think. Hang on one second. We're going to go to, let me take you to someone else's website and I'll show you what they're doing so that you can have a really good idea if you want these things. I'm going to go to the 50 new designs, which you have one of the new designs. It looks very nice, by the way. And I'm going to go down here to this particular lady who, this is just a recent creation, this particular website. You'll see her website here. Okay. But what really counts, what really makes you the button, are these buttons up here. Now, first of all, the My ICI Haves in Once button has to be fixed on your website because it actually is not even bringing up your listings right now.
Yeah.
Now, searching the TREB MLS listings, you should write that down. We can get the IDX link from TREB and install it on your website.
Okay.
We're just write that down, IDX link. So we're doing a consulting session now, people, and we're going to have to install them at a later time.
Can I ask you one other question while you're on that? I'm a member of the Oakville Milton board and the Toronto board.
Yes?
So would we be able to do a button for both? Because, you know, I think 57% of properties in Oakville are listed on TREB, but there's still some that are slipping through the cracks.
Okay, so here's what you do. The TREB listing, when we log into TREB, we can get the IDX link from TREB. Does Oakville have its own IDX link is the question.
Okay.
Find out. Just mark that down on a pad of paper. This is unique to you. You got to keep track of these things, not me.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, and then you bring them up. Bring the list up when we get together next time and say, okay, I want to do this next. The internet is like climbing a mountain. You go one step at a time. The good news is it's a one-time setup only to maximize your opportunities, which at the moment we're not maximizing. We already changed one link that was showing the addresses. We've changed that for the Ontario. This one here, the mostly exclusive links, the Ontario commercial link from ICIWorld, they're now working for you for the first time.
Yeah.
So TREB IDX, you're going to talk to Oakville about theirs. There's another link. Mark this down. It's called DDF. It's coming in from Korea. I'm also a member of Korea, so that's how we're sort of plugged into all these things here. It will allow the fact that you can place a listing, an MLS listing, and it will automatically appear on your website. Would you like that feature?
Yep.
Okay, so mark that down. It's called DDF. You can call the 1-800 number for Korea. I'll give it to you later if you want, and ask them for the agreements and everything to set that up. It's called DDF. Your office may have to subscribe to that.
Yeah, I was reading on it the other day. Yeah.
Okay, all right, so it's called DDF. We will install it for you once you get the okay and you get the link. The property search button, you must place all of your buyers into the property search. If you're not doing it, this website will automatically find new listings being added to it, automatically send it out to your clients. So mark down property search to program your buyers. And because this has been an extra long webinar here, but a good one, I'm going to have to try to end it here shortly, unfortunately, because it's a very long. It's a good one though. It's an excellent one. I'm so glad you're bringing up these issues because it really helps highlight things. The next
so glad
one.
I have all these problems.
Well, you know, it's if you didn't have problems, then you know. Maybe sometimes people don't know they have problems, and I think that's the biggest issue. Like what you don't know, you don't know, and then you don't get them fixed, and you don't know. So by having this consultation session, it really helps highlight, and it helps me focus in on what you like. So you're
I'm gonna give you a plug, Gary, right now.
Okay.
While we've been speaking, and we did some on my Orangeville property.
Yes.
I just had a text message from my office 10 minutes ago with a long distance number on it, which has never happened before regarding that property. So I don't know if someone had to have gone on my website to call the office. That it's not a very active property, so I find it very unusual that a long distance number came in with questions on that property. So
okay, well, that's good.
It might be from what you just did on the changes.
Okay, it could very well be. Things do happen sometimes within 5 minutes of placing properties on ICIWorld because it's instantly available. Anything on ICIWorld, instantly available on 18,000 places throughout the internet, plus it's getting emailed out. So we do hear this all the time, and I do appreciate you bringing that that up, and that's good focus to let people know it's very positive. Also read the testimonials. In fact, when you sell the property and collect your check, give me a call. I'd like to be one of the first people to congratulate you when you do it. Okay, let me move on. I got more stuff to cover here. Business opportunities is a very special page. You may or may not want it. There it is. Now, the reason I show you that is you have a building that's suitable for medical purposes and that kind of thing. Do you remember we put the word medical in your ad? Something you did not have before. So if it's suitable for medical, and now if somebody clicks on the word medical, you'll see how fast things are coming up. This is because of our new server. And you'll notice that your Orangeville listing is coming up under medical, something it didn't do before.
It's great because I have a dentist office to put on here as well.
Okay, and you should. We have dental properties. We had a person looking for a space for dental, for a dental office. A developer called that person, and they leased out the space to that dentist. Developers are calling members on our service.
Okay.
Okay. Now, so that's a special business opportunities button that you can have, and the power of sales you talked about. I'm going to click on it. And you tell me, would you like to have some of these power of sales on your website? This is real time live.
And these are true power of sales coming from a bank.
These are active. No, well, they may be from the bank, but also from the mortgagee. Sometimes they're not the bank. Sometimes it's private mortgagees.
Yeah, I think that's an exciting button to put on.
It is, and it's an attractive button to get people. When you're handing out your business card, you tell people you got power of sales on your website. You tell people that you've got exclusive listings that are not on real estate boards on your website. You also tell them you can search the MLS from your website, but most people know they can search the MLS in different places. But you let them know you can also do that, but mostly the exclusive, the power of sales. And you'll see if you're talking to the owner of a restaurant, tell them you've got restaurants on your website. Tell them you've got these things. If you're not telling people, you're missing opportunities. Now, the GTA commercial, I'm going to maximize that in a moment. The Ontario exclusive, GTA homes and condos. Let me show you that one. This is the button that you're missing right now that we're going to be installing for you. And you'll see that there's exclusive properties from $17 million on down. $9 million or $8 million, 7.99. And you notice these are exclusive. These are MLS. Yes, everybody's got those, but not everybody's got these kind of properties coming up on your website. And so you have an advantage by having the exclusive properties from not only ICIWorld, but also from this Point2Agent network. ICIWorld is an official distributor of these websites. We're an official educator. When you get the website from us, you have 2 levels of support, not just one. You get the strategies that are working, that are triggering leads, because we're doing seminars and conferences to real estate boards and associations and real estate offices. We're getting tremendous, wonderful feedback from brokers and salespeople, such as yourself, Hunter, and all of the other brokers, and we're incorporating all this information of what makes money, and we're doing all of these kinds of. If you already have a website, there's special links that you can put on your website. You can have these some special links on your website, the ones from ICIWorld, and the ones from ICIWorld will be the ones like this one here, the Ontario commercial one that brings up these listings here. So you will have all of these kind of listings on your website. People can actually find properties in other cities, end up giving you a call, and it's just great to see all of the deals and the referrals that are happening amongst the industry. Listen, I have to bring this meeting to an end. We didn't finish doing what we wanted to do because it was just answering some great questions, but I'm going to call this meeting to an end, and this is a sample of what we do one-on-one, having people online, helping them one-on-one to really get their websites going, and hopefully other people will like to take advantage of these services. Hunter, any last-minute things to add before I stop the recording? You and I can continue on, but I have to just finish it off. It's been a long enough recording as it is.
No, that's been helpful, Gary.
Okay, and thank you also for the opportunity to work with you. I'm going to finish the recording now.